What's it going to take? What is it going to take for this Bills team to get a win? Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, and if you would like, just share this with some of your friends and family. Let them know we're on here. We're going to a pregame of this week's matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears coming in this matchup 4-3. Our Buffalo Bills 2-6 after a very disappointing Monday night game where we thought maybe we could have a chance going into that fourth quarter, being down only that one score. Man, it was looking good. Our defense again impressed. Our offense unfortunately can't do anything. And this week we rely on Nathan Peterman. Nathan Peterman, the same Nathan Peterman who in week 1 was benched in the third quarter when they lost to the Baltimore Ravens 47-3. After winning the starting job in the preseason, comes in week 1, does not look good, and we bench him. And then for most of you know, the Houston Texans game comes in late after Josh Allen sprains his UCL in his elbow. Comes in, what's he do? First he throws that touchdown. Zay Jones gives us that 20-13 lead. 2013? Was it 2013? No, I'm sorry, 13-10 lead. My bad. The final score is 2013. Gives us a 13-10 lead. And then he throws that pick six and then an interception to seal the game. Houston wins that one 20-13. Now, this is the guy we go back to. Okay, the Bills this week, they signed Terrell Pryor. The Bills this week, they also signed, I want to say Matt Barkley. But I think that's wrong. But I might be right. Every once in a while, I'm right. Man, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. We do all Bills talk. That's what we talk about. That's why it's Believers Talk. But we also try to cover some news around the NFL. Tuesday, we were on here post-game of the Patriots game. We also gave you some trade deadline news. And we also hooked you up with some other stuff. Myth, welcome, Matt Barkley. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so we have our backup quarterback. We have Terrell Pryor as wide receiver. Hopefully can spread out that field a little bit more. I know there were some ramblings about him possibly being quarterback. Played the quarterback at Ohio State back when he was in college. But Nathan Peterman has been listed as a starter, obviously. So we look forward to seeing him. Not really. But we have a quarterback. Is it going to be good enough to win? I don't know. The Bears come into Buffalo. It's Buffalo's fourth home game. We all know that the Bills are tougher to play at home. So that's something I think we have going to our advantage. We're going to have to use that to our advantage as we play a tough Bears team that's kind of flying under the radar. Right now, we are 1-1 against the NFC North. We have the Lions coming up later this season. Now we play the Bears here. Lost to the Packers in Green Bay. Beat Minnesota in Minnesota. So now the next two opponents are both in Buffalo, with both the Bears and Lions coming to Buffalo to play the Bills. So we'll look at this game a little bit. We'll give you a little pregame analysis, how I think this game might go. Obviously, if you're a Bills fan, you're not too excited. This season has not gone the way you have hoped it would, 2-6 again, but there's still a lot of growth we need to see. We talked on Tuesday about how we saw some growth from Zay Jones on Monday. We want to see that continue. I know it's going to be a little bit different with the new quarterback in there, but we still want to see that growth. We need to score more touchdowns. Smith, you're absolutely right. We're only averaging just barely over 10 points a game. And again, that's never going to get done. We have not scored a touchdown in 2 weeks. So in order to win games, we have to see that end zone. So hopefully that we can do that a little bit better. It's going to be a little tough with this stingy Bears defense here. This is a matchup of defenses. The Bills currently rank 6th in total yards allowed in the NFL. Bears are right behind them at 7th. So it's going to go back and forth with the defenses. Hopefully this home field advantage can give us a little bit of an edge. The home crowd come out pumped. Again, if you're watching the Thursday night game, I hope to have you back before the start of the second half as San Fran is beating the Joe. We'll pregame the Bears-Bills game. I'll give you the injury report from this game. A couple of key injuries for the Bears might help out the Bills in the long run. Might give Peterman a little more time in the pocket to make some decisions downfield. Also might help out McCoy, because I think McCoy is going to have to play a huge factor in this game if the Bills think they have a chance to win. So also some injuries on the Bills side we want to get to as well. First, we'll start with some statistics going into this game. Like I said, the Buffalo Bills are currently ranked 6th in total yards allowed on defense. The Bears 7th. So again, this might be a defensive struggle back and forth to see. Obviously, with the Bears, you have Mitchell Trubisky currently completing 64.5% of his passes for 1,814 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He's getting a little bit better. Week by week, he's getting a little bit better. And if you're a Bears fan, you're happy about that. I know Josh from Sports Free. I know he's a Bears fan, and so you're happy to see Mitchell Trubisky constantly getting better. You know, we talked last week. Last week we live streamed the Jets-Bears game on Sunday night since the Bills did not play on Sunday or Sunday afternoon, and the Bears, like I said, in the first half did not look that great. Went to halftime up 7-3. Second half they cleaned some things up. They took care of business, and then they beat the Jets pretty well by 2 scores. So, it depends what Bears team you'll see. If you see the Bears team in the first half, I think we have a chance to beat that team. Not putting up many points. Obviously, the Bills' MO is not putting up many points. And then relying on that defense to suffocate the opposing team's offense. We have the same MO. We can't score points. Obviously, haven't scored a touchdown again in 2 straight games. And our defense, we try to get our defense to keep the game close for us. But with the offense the way it is, keeping it close isn't going to help if you can't score touchdowns. So in this game, if the Bills are to stand a chance, it's going to be a low-scoring game. Obviously, the Bills will not score multiple touchdowns. I don't think. I look at the rest of the slate this season. If they can't do it against the Patriots, if they can't do it against the Colts, I'll be surprised. Honestly, I'll be surprised if we score more than 2 touchdowns in any game this year. That's how bad this offense is. And I thank you, Mitch, for sharing the stream. And I also just want to let people know I did go on Tuesday and talk about Brian Daboll. And I talked about how I know a lot of you think offensive coordinator needs to be fired. I do not believe that Brian Daboll deserves to be fired after, it's been a complete carousel at that quarterback position for the Buffalo Bills. You just can't rely on one guy. Even Josh Allen, you can't blame Josh Allen for getting hurt. Those things happen. But you're talking about a guy who's played 4 games. Then you're talking about now Nathan Peterman's going to start his 2nd game for us this season. And then Harrison started 2 games for us this season. It's hard to get consistency in an offense when you don't have a consistent quarterback. And then you go to our star position, our running back position, haven't had consistency there either. Even if you want to go to Tawan Jones and Marcus Murphy, they haven't been in the lineup. So, and that's without LaShawn McCoy for 2 weeks as well. I just think there's so many question marks around Brian Daboll right now. I actually thought on Monday it was a decent game plan. He came out swinging. He came out with a little bit of a wildcat. Some people said they didn't like it. I think if it would have worked, more people would have liked it. That's the thing. So it's easy to do a Monday morning quarterback type situation where we analyze things the day after, which I like to do. But you also have to realize that that's exactly what we're doing. If the wildcat would have worked, would you have liked it? If on the second play of the game, instead of McCoy running in a 2-yard loss, so the second wildcat play of the game, if he would have ran that in 70 yards for a touchdown, everyone's like, oh, what a great play call. I like the fact that Brian Daboll opened up the playbook. That's exactly what he needed to do if the Buffalo Bills were to stand a chance against the New England Patriots. And guess what, guys? The offense moved the ball pretty decently on the Patriots or on the Bills side of the field. It was when we got into the other half of the field, it seemed like the Patriots either bear down or we just couldn't get past. And we almost had a touchdown to Kroom. Go Bears! Hey, Brian Tucker, welcome back, man. I know that you'll be looking forward to this game. Go Bears! Hopefully you're with me on Sunday as the Bears play the Bills. Yeah, Monday's game was a good game until the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter was kind of rough for us, but the Bills' defense, again, you can't say enough about this Bills defense. If you're a Bears fan, you feel the same thing because the Bears have the 7th-ranked defense in the NFL as far as total yards is concerned. And so you know what a good defense can do for you. Mitchell Trubisky hasn't always looked good this season, but that defense is going to keep you in games. Now, I will tell you that the Bears do have a lot of injuries on the defensive side of the ball. If the Bears were facing a formidable opponent, which I don't know if the Bills are or not, but the Bills are still an NFL team. Let's not get that twisted. Let's not get that mistaken. The Bills are still an NFL team. They have pride. They have dignity. They want to go out there for the home crowd and win. So I'm not going to discount the Bills completely yet, but if this was a formidable opponent for the Bears, I don't think the Bears would have a chance to win this game, to be honest with you. If it was a divisional game, if it was a game against a team with a winning record, I don't think the Bears would have a chance just due to injuries. Yeah, Mac is still hurt. You got a few more injuries that we'll go over here in a second too, and I just wouldn't give them much of a chance. However, this is a Bills team that has proven, they can't get into the end zone. So as long as the Chicago Bears defense can keep it close, maybe they can find themselves in the end zone, put up some points, and get away with the victory in Buffalo. This is one of those games where if you're a Bears fan, you really want to see them win this game. You see the injuries down the line, and again, you look at those injuries and you say, how are they going to win? But at the same time, the Bills are not that good of a team. The Bears, if they want to stay in the NFC wildcard picture, if they want to stay in the NFC North Division picture, they must win a game like this against a team that's below 500. No matter if it's home or away, they have to win a game like this. So going into more news from more statistics from this game, obviously one of my favorite running backs actually plays for the Bears. I love Howard. I talked about that on Sunday, how much I like watching Howard play. Currently on the season, 112 rush attempts, 392 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then your leading receiver for the Bears is Cohen with 30 catches for 398 yards and 3 touchdowns. And that big touchdown Sunday against the Jets, 70-yard screen pass. Man's got some speed in open space. So if you're a Bills fan, you know that those linebackers are going to have to do a good job trying to contain him out of the backfield, because a lot of times they try to run him out of the backfield. You look at the offense. The Bears' offense is ranked 21st in the NFL. Defense is ranked 4th in the NFL. Passing, that when it goes 4th here, they're ranked 7th. They've allowed the 7th least yards. 4th includes scoring defense and turnovers and things like that. Passing, they're the 24th ranked defense. So unfortunately, the Bears kind of play to the Bills' weaknesses. Their strength is the Bills' weaknesses. Their defense is 4th. If we could pass the ball, that'd be great, but we can't. So passing for the Bears, they're 24th. Rushing, they're 7th in the league. So that's on offense. I apologize. But yeah, so passing the ball to 24th. So that pass defense, maybe the Bills can force some turnovers. That would really help this offense out. Turnovers for scores are what the Bills are going to need if they think they have a chance in this game. Going to the Bills side of the ball, obviously Nathan Peterman is going to be our starter. You got LaShawn McCoy, 75 rush attempts for 257 yards. Still yet to break that 100-yard barrier and still yet to get into the end zone. So those are some things, again, we want to see improvement on. But he's still, I still wish we'd see our running game get the ball more. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's McCoy. I don't care if it's Ivory, Marcus Murphy, Tawan Jones. I don't care who it is. I just feel like we need to see the running backs in Buffalo get the ball more. So Nathan Peterman for the year is completing 40.6% of his passes for 108 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. That is currently a rating of 20.8. A QB rating of 20.8. And you say, oh, it can't get much worse. He can only go up from here. Remember 6 interceptions in the first half? 5 interceptions last year against the Chargers. It doesn't have to get better. It does not have to get better, unfortunately. So hopefully it does. Hopefully we have ourselves a ball game here. But who knows what we're going to see with Nathan Peterman at quarterback. The Bears might get a couple gifts. If you have the Bears defense in fantasy, play them. Play them. You got a good chance of getting some fantasy points. So, unfortunately, as a Bills fan, you hate to say that, but Nathan Peterman has not done anything to give us confidence. So, Chris Ivory has 73 rushes for 244 yards and a touchdown. Right there with McCoy. A lot of that has to do with McCoy missing those 2 games in the regular season. Leading receiver is Zay Jones with 25 receptions, 281 yards, and a touchdown. Again, Zay Jones is kind of coming on here these past couple weeks. You might see something from him. Might see that he's coming into his own. Hopefully that this will just continue to improve as this season goes on and then into next season as well. Kevin Benjamin is our second leading receiver, 16 catches, 262 yards, and a touchdown. Going to the team stats, offensively, we're ranked 30th in the league. We actually moved up after last week. We had a decent performance, over 400 yards of offense. So we move up to 30th instead of 31st. The defense is ranked 14th if you include yards. Points allowed, unfortunately, those point totals look worse than they are just because of the fact the offense can't get off the field. Passing offense is 32nd. I don't think anyone's surprised in that. Our rushing offense is 18th. So, in order to win this game, we're going to have to rely heavily on the run. Try to make Nathan Peterman comfortable. Again, Dable's going to have to do a good job at opening up the playbook to create some havoc for the Chicago Bears defense, as the defense will just be zoned in on Nathan Peterman and trying to jump routes and trying to do all those kinds of things. Those are things you need to teach Nathan Peterman this week, or let Nathan Peterman know he has to look out for those. Green Bay will, and the Bears are in first place in the NFC North. Let's not forget about that. And, they have to, I'm sure a lot of Bears fans thank us for what we did to Minnesota week 3. But now it's a matter of you need to beat us in order for that to matter. If you don't beat us, then it's all for naught. So my dad's a huge Bills fan. Hey, Everyone should be a Bills fan, man. You got to believe. You got to believe in this team. I know it looks bad. We're not a playoff team this year, 2-6. I see the writing on the wall. Everyone should see the writing on the wall. No reason not to be optimistic. If you watched Monday night, they said 40% of our team, guys, 40% of our team is in their first 2 years. That's mind-boggling to me. That 40% of teams in their first 2 years. Obviously, that doesn't bode well as far as adversity goes, mental toughness maybe, and just overall camaraderie with the team, able to communicate well together. But that bodes well for a couple of years from now. We have a team that we can build upon. We have a team of young guys who want to win, who are hungry, who are raw. Especially, you look at Tremaine Edmonds, Tre'Davious White, Josh Allen. These guys are our future, and I personally think our future is bright. And the good news is, even if Josh Allen isn't the QB, the answer at QB, with the new rookie rules as far as salary cap and rookie contracts, it doesn't hurt us if we have to go into the well. Obviously, if Josh Allen does not work out, Coach McDermott might be needing to look for a new job. Brandon Beane might need to be looking for a new job. And that's sad. I like Coach McDermott. I really do. But we'll see what happens. And again, I don't think we should fire Brian Daboll at all. I think we should keep him at least for this year, see how he improves with Josh Allen as the quarterback when Josh Allen does come back. Again, we're starting Nathan Peterman. We picked up Sam Barkley earlier this week. Matt Barkley, I'm sorry. I just want to keep saying Sam Barkley, but no. Matt Barkley earlier this week to be our backup. Not the greatest 1-2 tandem as far as quarterback is concerned, but we did also pick up the wide receiver from previously of the Jets, Terrell Pryor, and he hopefully will open up the field a little bit. We finally got ourselves a burner who can get downfield quickly, and that might do us some favors as far as getting the field opened up more. And again, in this game we need to rely heavily on McCoy, I feel. Going to the injury report, again, the Bears have a lot of injuries here. You're talking about Kyle Long got injured late last week against the New York Jets. I was very sad to see that. I talked about it a little bit on the stream here. You don't want to see an injury when you're just trying to milk the clock, and that's exactly what happened. Bears were just running out the clock. He got rolled up on from behind, possibly out for the season. So that's pretty sad to see. Hopefully that's not the news. That's not the case. But he'll be out for the game Sunday. Khalil Mack is actually listed as doubtful for this game. Still has not participated in practice this week after missing last week and I believe missing the week before as well. So Khalil Mack and Allen Robinson, wide receiver, who they got from Jacksonville last in the offseason, he's also listed as doubtful. Defensive D lineman Bilal Nichols is questionable. So is offensive lineman Ben Braunecker. He's questionable with a concussion, so he has to go through the concussion protocol. 5 steps to the concussion protocol, and if you fail one, you have to go all the way back to the first one before you can try again. So we'll see where he's at in that process. When I go down here, you know that if you're a Bills fan, you know that we have someone in concussion protocol as well. Hopefully I'm back this week as well. So, and then the wide receiver Taylor Gabriel, he was probable, and Eric Kush, offensive lineman, he's also probable. They've both been at practice this week, full participants today, so they're looking good to play on Sunday. If going to the Bills side of the ball, we're looking at Trent Murphy. Trent Murphy suffered a knee injury last week. He will be listed as out for this game Sunday. Quarterback Josh Allen, quarterback Derek Anderson, we both know obviously that they are both out for this game Sunday, leaving us with Nathan Peterman and Matt Barkley from previously of Syracuse. I believe he was drafted by the Giants, and he's been kind of shifted around as backup since then. And then Tremaine Edmonds. We have Tremaine Edmonds in concussion protocol right now. He's listed as questionable. We all saw him get trucked on Monday night by the Patriots fullback, and he stayed in the game for the rest of the first half, but was unable to continue in the second half. So we hope that he's able to pass concussion protocol prior to this game. I think he would make a big influence in this game, make it a little harder for Howard, make it a little harder for Trubisky to get comfortable with him in there. So those are the injuries. Now the 3 keys to victory, as the game is back on, so I do apologize. San Fran's already scored a touchdown to go up 24-3 in that game, so that game's looking like it might be over already early in the third quarter. But going to my 3 keys to victory, if the Bills are going to win this game, what do they need to do? I don't know. I honestly, if you're talking about 3 keys to victory, here's what we need to do. We need to run McCoy. Run McCoy, and then run McCoy some more. Maybe throw a couple screen passes in there. Run Chris Ivory. The running game has to be the key to victory. We cannot rely on Nathan Peterman to win us a game. To win us a game at all. the defense and or special teams are gonna have to score touchdowns. That's like it's not oh, they're gonna have to make some good plays. Remember the punt return on Monday night? Punt return by Micah Hyde gets us down to the 35-yard line, all the way to New England's 35. And what do we do with that opportunity? We gain 2 yards on the whole drive, kick a field goal. Okay, I mean, you get good field position like that, you gotta punch it in for touchdowns, not for field goals. We did lose those offensive linemen, and that is a big reason why we're not doing that well this year. We talk about Richie Incognito, unfortunately, the mental issues. We do hope that he gets well. And then Eric Wood, the neck issue, forcing him to retire. That hurts us as well. There was the other lineman there that we traded to the Bengals, whose name I'm missing off the top of my head for some reason, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I've used his name before on here. We decided to trade him, Cordy Glenn. We decided to trade him even after we knew about the Eric Wood situation. So we have no one to blame for that except for ourselves. Now, that did help us move up in the draft, so you can argue it was still worthwhile, but we have no one else to blame for losing Cordy Glenn than ourselves. Deion Dawkins did well to replace him late last year, for most of the year last year, but he did really well. He came on strong late last year, so I don't mind the trade, but then when you learn you're going to lose Eric Wood, you do have to second guess whether that was the right decision or not. So, are you talking about Milano or are you talking about Edmonds? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Milano did dive to stop Gronk from getting a touchdown on, I believe, 3rd and goal from the 5. They threw an out route to Gronk at the goal line. He dove and got his hands on it. Anytime you get a pick at any point in the game, if it's game's close, it's going to be a game changer. So, Edmonds had a chance to make an interception. He read the play late, or he mistimed his jump, and he was unable to intercept the ball. Milano dove towards the pylon for one. He was unable to hold on to it. Those both would have been huge game changers, and that's what the defense needs to do this week if the Bills want to have a chance to win this game. Again, I don't think it's an option of making a big play, leaving it at the 1-yard line, and having the offense score. We can't trust this offense. So the defense, the special teams might need to score multiple touchdowns for us to have a chance to win this game. Third key to victory is that defense, that we need to stop Jordan Howard. We cannot let him beat us. We allowed over 200 yards of rushing offense to the Colts the previous week, and now against New England, our rush defense looked really good again, and that's what we need to do. Now the Patriots, obviously without White, obviously without some of the running back options, that does hurt them. But still, we need to be able to stop the run game. We need to be able to stop Jordan Howard. Make Mitchell Trubisky beat us. I'm not saying Mitchell Trubisky can't beat us. I think he can. But without Allen Robinson out there, without some of his receivers out there, make them beat us, because we can trust our corners. We can trust our safeties. We know we can trust. And that this stopped working again. I really have some problems with this. I apologize if you guys can still hear me. I'm having problems with my OBS software. So, stream resumed. Good. Sorry. Welcome back, guys. Sorry about that. Glad it didn't last long. But yeah, so we need to be able to run the ball, whether it be McCoy, Ivory, Marcus Murphy, Taylon Jones, or a combination of all four. That's what we need to do. Second key to victory, our special teams and defense need to be able to put points on the board, not just make big plays. Put points on the board. That's all it is. And then the third key to victory, I'm going to have to say that defense, stopping Jordan Howard. Like I said, we cannot let Jordan Howard break outside. We cannot let Jordan Howard get big runs downfield. Again, allowing 200 yards of rushing to the Indianapolis Colts. We cannot let that happen. They will have a field day with us. And also maybe use that home field advantage to our advantage. We all know Buffalo's known for their fans. Their fan base is huge, and hopefully we're just as raucous. I know we're 2-6. I know for a fan base of true believers, of people who want to see us start winning again. We had the playoffs last year, made us thirsty for wins. We're win thirsty or win hungry. Either one, doesn't matter. But yeah, we need to see them come out in force. I know it's going to be tough as a 2-6 team, but we still have pride, and that's what this team needs to do going forward for the rest of the season. Make constant improvement. Again, 40% of this team is in the first 2 years. Continue to grow. Hashtag Bills Mafia. Absolutely, we rely on you guys all the time. I look forward to listening to you guys at the game and seeing what crazy stuff you do at the game. I know that the Bills have tried, the organization has tried to put restrictions. Don't be going through tables. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't listen. Be you. Be what makes Bills Mafia great. Because you can't beat Bills Mafia, and that's why I'm happy that I'm a part of Bills Mafia every chance I get. So I look forward to watching the game Sunday. Remember, no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Hope you guys can join me again. Welcome to Believers Talk. Hit that subscription button. Hit that notification bell because we do go live play-by-play analysis of every Buffalo Bills game. We go live every Thursday during Thursday Night Football, just like we are tonight, to pregame the game coming up that week. And then also we go live Monday after the game, or the day after the game, because sometimes we have a Monday night game, surprise. The day after a game to do a recap of what I thought of the game. So those are 3 times we go live. We also keep you up to date with any transactions, any big news, any trades. Trade deadline came and passed. The Bills didn't do anything. There were a couple of big trades throughout the NFL, but not the Buffalo Bills were not included in that. Big news for the Bills this week. Obviously, Nathan Peterman going to be the starter for the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. Signed Terrell Pryor to hopefully open up the field a little bit more. Speedy receiver, previously of the New York Jets. And then we also get Matt Barkley as our backup quarterback. Sign him to a 1-year deal just to have a backup for this game. And then our emergency quarterback would still be Logan Thomas if needed. Again, guys, the QB position for the Buffalo Bills has just been a terrible mess. And it all started back with A.J. McCarron, how we handled that situation, not getting a veteran after we traded him. And since then, it's all been downhill. Who's to blame for that? You can blame management. You can blame the head coach. Don't feel like it's fair to blame an offensive coordinator who wasn't even here when some of those moves were made. So that's my thoughts on that subject. I will be back on here Sunday. I'll be back on here throughout the week if big news occurs that we let you aware of. Be back here on Sunday, 12:30 for the game. Hope to see you there again. Well, again, this is Believers Talk. My name is Joe. Thanks for joining me. And if you could, please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, share this video, and we'll see you Sunday. But till then, go Bills.